I tend to not get as excited these days about movie announcements because and it's not just Lucasfilm, although it's a lot Lucasfilm, because a lot of movies that get announced these days just never end up turning out or end up actually coming to fruition. But I saw this and I could not help but be kind of excited. It looks like Halle Berry and Angelina Jolie have had a project that they have lined up together, and apparently there was a big bidding war for it. Like, they put this package together with these two starring, they had a director attached, a writer attached, producer, and a number of studios went to war bidding on this thing, and apparently Warner Brothers has landed it. It's going to be called Maude versus Maude. This comes from the folks at Deadline who write the following. Exclusive. Following an intense multi-studio bidding war that went into the weekend, Warner Brothers has landed the package Maude versus Maude, with Oscar winners Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry attached to star. So this is key. This is absolutely key. Now, it says this down at the bottom. Exact details are being kept under wraps, and insiders describe the pick as a Bond versus Bourne type of globe-trotting action thriller with locations to be announced. All right. For me, sign me up. This sounds, just the principle and the premise of this sounds absolutely wonderful. And if I ever wondered if Halle Berry could still do action, it was a couple of years ago now, but when John Wick Chapter 3 came out, and I saw her in John Wick Chapter 3, I'm like, oh, hell yes, give me more Halle Berry doing more action stuff like that. I love it. And by the way, you are talking about, when you got Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry, you're talking about two actresses that have a depth of action film experience. Whether you're talking about Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, of course, you're talking about her in Wanted. She's got Salt was another one. She's got this experience with doing action kind of thrill things. With Halle Berry, I mean, damn, she was a Bond girl. She was a Bond girl in Die Another Day. She's obviously in John Wick Chapter 3. She was Storm in the X-Men movies. She is somebody who's got a history, including a recent history with John Wick franchise, of coming in and doing some pretty badass, believable shit. Not to mention she's a huge MMA girl. Huge into UFC and MMA and stuff like that, which is great too. And on top of that, you're talking about two Academy Award winning actresses in kind of a Bond versus Bourne movie. I love it. Now, Gordon, it does sound like it could be a little bit of Spy versus Spy, which didn't work out so great. What was that? Who was that? That was Chris Pine and Tom Hardy, right?
I believe so.
And Renee Zellweger, I think, was the actress in it, if I'm remembering right. Anyway, it sounds like maybe you could have a little bit of that. But I love this idea to see Angelina Jolie versus Halle Berry. I love it. I love it.
They've never been on screen together, have they?
No, they have not.
Wow.
These two Oscar winners have never done a movie together, which I think was really awesome when we heard that they were shopping this package together. I think this sounds fantastic. I'm all on board for it. And of course, Angelina Jolie was recently in The Eternals, and I really liked her in The Eternals.
I remember Wanted.
Yeah, well, I loved Wanted. I absolutely love that movie. You know what? I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people like Wanted, but they'll say, well, the whole end of it, the loom of fate, how this fabric weaver tells the destiny of people. I don't care what anybody says. I thought that was creative. I know a lot of people roll their eyes at it, and I get it, but I even like the loom of fate.
The loom?
The loom of fate. I like it. I don't care what anybody says. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Warner Brothers has landed Maude versus Maude with Academy Award winning actresses Halle Berry and Angelina Jolie, both with a wealth of experience in the action franchise kind of business. What do you guys think about that? Maybe it does have Spy versus Spy vibes to you and you don't think it sounds all that great. Or maybe you think it could have the potential of a Wanted or a Mrs. Smith. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, MasterClass. With MasterClass, you can learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn filmmaking from James Cameron himself, you know, the guy who made 3 of the 4 biggest films of all time. Improve your writing by taking screenwriting from one of the greatest who's ever done it, Aaron Sorkin. Or maybe learn how to make great comedic content by taking comedy by the one and the only Judd Apatow. And many of you guys know I'm a big poker guy, and I recently got a chance to sit down and watch Daniel Negreanu, one of the greatest poker players in the world, teach poker. It was absolutely fantastic. But guys, whatever you're interested in, there is a class for you with over 180 exclusive classes taught by the instructors you know and love. And you can explore lessons in any order you'd like across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Individual lessons range from about 10 to 15 minutes in length that fit easily into your everyday life. Guys, I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass.